That intro, that feature. And my name is Jeremy Hart, like he said, and my speech is Hello World. In 1970, Brian Cunningham published some books on programming. And in these books, he had example programs that outputted Hello World. This book became extremely popular. All the new programmers, they were starting to use them. And due to the popularity, the starting point for all programmers is writing a hello script. Me, being an application programmer / quality engineer, I have written Hello World numerous times in numerous languages. So I thought it would be fitting for me to do my icebreaker, my starting speech into the world of Toastmasters, by using the same thing that I use to start into development. And in this speech, I want to outline how I became a programmer, the steps that I took, and what got me to becoming a programmer. As a child, sitting in my parents' car, riding down the road, looking out the window, because we didn't have anything else to do in the 80s. We didn't have tablets, we didn't have anything, all these crazy things. We just had the window. All of a sudden, this loud siren goes off. You know, as a kid, not really sure what that was. Look out the window, this red, giant beast comes rolling down the road. You see these guys in it. I'm like, what is that? If those are firemen, I'm like, that's a job for me. Then, a few years later, that kind of died out. I like to play with animals. Like you said before, I have a dog. Love animals. And the dog was, okay. And the dog, I had fun playing with it. We had other animals, and I really enjoyed just being around animals. So we go to the zoo, I see the people out there, and I'm like, Mom, I want to do this. I want to be a zookeeper. Zookeeper, that's it. That is a job that I'm going to do. Well, a few years later, I became a teenager. Really got into sports. I was running track, cross country. I was lifting weights, played soccer, played football with friends. I'd go to my friend's house, didn't have a car, I'd run there. They'd be like 2 miles away, I'd just run. So I was doing stuff all the time. So I was like, you know what? I should do a career that has to do with sports. And of course, at that time, you're like, I want to make some money. So I was like, sports medicine. I'm going to be a doctor, do sports medicine. Well, I wasn't the greatest student. Like you said with the report cards, we had a love-hate relationship with those cards. I really did not enjoy them. Because I didn't realize that I actually had a brain in my head. I was all fitness and everything else. I didn't know I could do it. So as I started to understand the requirements to do this, I was like, no, that's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna be the job for me. So, going to college, I need to work a job. I was a deli clerk at Winn-Dixie, slicing meat, helping people get things out of the little cabinet, like food, the macaroni, salad, and stuff. And a couple times he talked to me, like, you should become a manager. You should do this. This is what you should do. And I was like, it's not bad. It's easy. Do this. Why not? Then one day, I had to clean the slicer, cut the meat for some people. I had to clean the slicer, and I had to do a little more than just the meat with it. Got some on my finger. So at that point, I decided that being a deli clerk or even managing at a grocery store was not for me. So I was looking for, what am I going to do? I'm in college. I really don't have a direction. I decided, I saw those recruiting statements on the billboards. I was like, I'm going to join the military. So I went into the recruiting office. First I was like, I'm going to talk to the Army. I was like, I can be a medic, anything else. Then I saw the poster for the Marine Corps. I was like, now that looks sharp. Dress blues. And then I started talking to them, and I'm like, these guys are tough. If I'm going to do this, I'm going all the way. So I signed up. 2 weeks later, I was standing on the yellow footprints in Parris Island. About 5 minutes after I got there, I was questioning why I completed 5 years in the Marine Corps. It was the best experience of my life. I loved it. And I would have stayed in longer, but during that time I got married, had a child, I got divorced, and I got custody of my child. And that lifestyle is not the best to be a single father with a child. I know some do it, but for me, that was not what I wanted to do. So I got out, moved back with my parents, started going to school again. And I was in the Marine Corps, I worked on avionics, electronics inside the jets. So I was good, I liked electronics. So I was like, let me go to school for electronics. And I started liking computers. So I was going to build networks. Went through the classes, everything else, but I needed money, so I went to get a job. Could not get a job networking or being help desk, any of those things. They would not give me a job doing it. But I landed a job being a software tester. Didn't know what it was really. Like, okay, I sit at this desk, I read this piece of paper, and then I make the application to do it. I can do that, sure. They hired me on full time. Then I became a quality analyst. So I started writing the test cases. Then I started digging in. They're like, you know what, you're pretty good at this. Let's have you automate these. So I started learning how to code. And that began my intro into programming and my hello world. And the future is open to where and what comes next. Thank you.